Yeah, what's up, Salima?
Hey, I'm good. What's up?
What's up? I'm sorry, I put you in because I was trying to see if anybody could hear me. So I'm going to put you back on hold so I can do the intro.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah,
Yo,
sorry about that.
I'm gonna keep my mic muted on my end, son, because I'm coughing like crazy. All
Okay.
right.
All righty. Yeah, sorry about that. Technical difficulties. My mic wasn't actually working, but I'm here. And the title of the show tonight is The Only Legitimate and Effective Protest Against Police Brutality. Strategy 16, Hit Them Where It Hurts, the Center of Gravity Strategy. Everyone has a source of power on which he or she depends. When you look at your rivals, search below the surface for that source, the center of gravity that holds the entire structure together. That center can be their wealth, their popularity, a key position, a winning strategy. Hitting them, hitting them there will inflict disproportionate pain. Find what the other side most cherishes and protects. That is where you must strike. And that quote is from the 33 Strategies of War by Robert Greene and Juice Elfers. I did a video on YouTube before I did this show called The Only Legitimate and Effective Protest Against Police Brutality. If you go to YouTube and you do a search on Mr. Holipsism, you'll be able to find my channel. My username is Mr. Holipsism. And I also have in the description box the the bank protest that Killer Mike had suggested. I have the video where he first suggested that after the shootings and the killings and the murderings. And I also have a link in the description box showing you where there's a black bank in your area, if you have one. Now, the reason why I'm doing this show is because people have been asking me like a little bit more details about how this thing works. What's the overall strategy about? And what you have to understand about taxes is how you allocate your taxes and your check is up to you. You know, how many dependents that you want to put is up to you. Like I notice when people do overtime, they'll usually, like let's say they do overtime on a holiday or something. So to get their full check, what they'll do is they'll change their dependents so that they can get the most amount of that check. You know, they could do simply just not either pay FICA or not pay city state taxes, and it equals up to the same thing. Because when you don't take the taxes out for that particular check, then you get the full gross of your check. Now, if you do that, what does that mean at the end of the year or at the tax season when you file on April 15th? It could mean if you do it often enough that it'll cut down on the amount that you get back as a refund, if you get a refund at all. Like most of the time, I always get a refund because I always file zero dependents throughout the year. I let them take the maximum amount that they're going to take or whatever they're going to take, and then at the end I claim myself that money back. Or I get some of it back. You know, in other words, I get a refund back at the end of the year. I like that better because I like having a refund check come to me after I file, before April 15th, because I can use that for, a nice lump sum of money. I can use that. It comes in handy rather than, trying to avoid paying the taxes throughout the year and then, either break even or have to pay back taxes. Like I've never had to pay back taxes because I always file for zero. So what does this mean in relationship to the tax protest that we had suggested? Well, I suggested that we withhold city state taxes for just a month. And the reason why is because if you're going to not have city state taxes or FICA not taken out for anything beyond a month, then what you should do, just common sense wise, is put that extra money away. Don't spend it, because if you guys settle up at the end of the tax year, at least the money's there for you to settle up with. Now, a month is not going to do that much damage. A couple of pay periods is not going to do that much damage. But if you go a whole year without paying city state taxes, and let's say they challenge you on it and you have to settle up, then at least you have the money available for you to do so. Now, keep in mind, this is just as an individual. Because if you do it individually and we don't do it collectively, then it puts us at greater risk for them to come at us individually. If we do it as a collective, there will be too many people doing the same thing that they don't have the manpower to actually address it. So everybody talking about how, oh, well, you're going to get in trouble, da, 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 da. First of all, the IRS is having a hard enough time taking care of the people who file taxes now. You know what I'm saying? They don't have the manpower now. And that was one of the things that the Republicans on the right-wing side wanted to, defund the IRS because, they don't want to pay taxes at all. So the basic premise is you're basically withholding the taxes. It's like you're delaying the revenue for the city and the state, because the city and the state is used to getting a certain amount of revenue each pay period. If everybody is paying their taxes and nobody makes any changes, then they're getting that money on a consistent basis. Now, if hypothetically black folks en masse collectively withdrew or decided that they weren't going to pay city-state taxes through their check, that would cripple the amount of revenue, that these guys get during that period. In other words, they can't ignore that. Now, the question is, I've gotten questions about, well, am I going to go to jail? Like, no. Are you going to go to jail if you change your dependent? And we're not talking about for a full year. I said that we should only do it for a month, just to show, the amount of power that we have in terms of the amount of money that we give to the city and the state. We could go longer, but like I said, if you're going to hold out your taxes, then you got to be prepared that if you're challenged on that and they say, well, this is frivolous, you have to pay this back, that you have the ability to do so, And that's where actually Killer Mike's suggestion comes in, because what I was saying is this would be a perfect complement to what he's suggesting. If you don't take the city and the state taxes out of your check, if you choose not to have that taken out as a form of protest, you're going to have extra money. What I would do with that extra money is put it away into a black bank. Use that extra money to either put it into a black bank and start an account. That way every pay period you can have that extra money going into that account, and it's there in that black bank. And it also allows you to open up an account with a black bank, because most of us have our accounts with, Chase and Citibank and the rest of that. Maybe you don't. I mean, some people may say, well, I don't have the money to start up another account. Well, this will give you the money to do it. And it goes hand in hand with what Killer Mike is suggesting. Now, I'm of the opinion that I'm not going to shit on something if the energy is going there and it appears to be working. And from all accounts, it seems like what Killer Mike is suggesting is working, because they said that because of his suggestion that there's about 8,000 new accounts that were open at black banks. Now, I don't know if it's one particular black bank or just across the nation, but 8,000 new accounts is nothing to sneeze at in such a short period of time. So it would be foolish for me to go against that or to have an issue with that just because I have a slight issue with the whole black bank as a form of protest against police brutality. Because to me, it just seems like, I don't know, it just seems to me like we're misdirecting the energy. It's like, yeah, the police is out here killing us. So what we need to do is go to Walmart and boycott. No, that doesn't work for me. The police is killing us, so what we need to do is withdraw our money from the banks and put it in a black bank. I personally haven't heard what the black banks are going to do. Like, if you have that much influx of cash in your bank, what are you going to do for the people that are doing this? Like, what concessions are you going to make as a black bank that's going to motivate people to put their money into your bank? That's what I would be interested to know. I mean, I've heard it's very good that they've started it, but I'm not one of these people that just say, just because you put money to a person that owns a black bank, that's somehow striking a blow against white supremacy. I want to know what those black bank holders are going to do with this influx of cash and capital that they're getting. But that's just an aside. It's not enough for me to be against it. Because as long as you're doing that, if you're taking your money out of white institutions and put it into a black bank, how can I possibly be upset with that? What I'm saying is that this tax protest should go in line with that. It should be a companion or a complement, to the black bank situation where you're starting up an account. And I've actually thinking about doing that anyway. Now that I see that the energy and the motivation seems to be pushing in that direction, I might as well go with it, because I've been waiting for us to get moving on something, something where it just empowers us or allows us to strike at this system in a real impactful and effective way. And I think with the tax strategy of withholding your city and your state taxes, and the strategy of taking that extra capital and starting a black bank account, or basically doing both, I think that would be the most effective form of protest that we can possibly do. And that's just my opinion. Now I want to bring in some people holding their hands up, because if you have questions, I'm going to try to answer them as best as I can. I'm not a tax expert, but I am familiar with this because I worked in accounting. I'm going to bring in Sister Salima. What's up, sis?
Good evening. How are you?
I'm fine. Am I making any sense?
You are. You're making perfect sense. I've looked into the whole. I haven't looked into really paid attention to really the tax issue, and that's something that I might take a gander at. But with the black-owned bank deal, from what I understand, it's been about almost $2 million actually overall within all of the different banks that have gotten an influx of capital, which I think is awesome in that short amount of time.
Exactly.
And it seems like if we all got together and we just opened up our basic accounts and made sure that it kept a minimum balance and, all those other things that are required to have a bank account, it would show a unification of black people when it comes to money, because normally we don't unify basically on anything, but if we can unify on the basis of money, that's a big thing, because that's something that we never do.
Right.
Also, the black businesses, from what I've been reading, they are pledging. Pledge is not something that is tangible at this point. And they're not giving a real number, but they're pledging to start giving out small business loans to black business owners. Not really sure what the qualifications would be or whatever. That's something that we need to probably look into. But that's and also jobs. If you're getting an influx of money and you're going to need more tellers, you're going to need, so that's what they're proposing, that it'll be a catalyst for us to get, bank loans that we normally wouldn't be able to get in a white-owned establishment, and more jobs in the black community. So it sounds good.
It sounds, like you said, that sounds good.
It sounds good, and hopefully this is if they're proposing that or they're saying that that's what they're going to do, that would be an awesome exchange for us putting our money in the banks, because in the white-owned banks we're not guaranteed anything,
Right.
We're guaranteed that our direct deposit will go in, not always on time, and we're guaranteed that, we'll have whatever access to our money, and if we don't use their ATMs, that will be charged, sometimes twice. So, I mean, I would, and if I'm going to give I'm at the point where if I'm going to give the ATM fees to anyone, maybe it should be a black-owned bank. I don't know. I'm with the whole thing, with everything that's going on, I'm at a loss right now. I think anything that's pushing us to be unified, we should all run behind.
Exactly.
That's where I'm at.
Exactly.
I mean,
I'm with you.
The country is they're going from a Harvard graduate as a first lady to a porn star. I mean,
right.
That right there, we need to do something to get ourselves together and have our own very soon. It's something that we need to do like ASAP. And our $1 trillion that we spend per year needs to go into our black-owned banks, and we need, even if it's in there and it gains whatever interest it's going to gain and the bank gets whatever it's going to get, we need to start pooling our money together. And I think that this is the beginning of that, and I think it's awesome.
I do too. And a lot of these problems that we initially would have to go through, it's like people are going to have to sacrifice one way or the other. You know what I'm saying? Like take for instance, if I pull my money out of the major bank and put it into a black bank, there's going to be certain disadvantages, like you said, like when it comes to like ATMs. I'm going to get killed on ATM fees because if I have to use an ATM that's not whatever. But the opposite flip side of that is if we all support the black banks, we will be able to have more ATMs.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
It'll generate jobs, and that's the whole.
Exactly.
And I think that's what they're trying to say. I mean, they're not saying it in the most eloquent words, and they're not saying it in the most, simple words, but that's what it's boiling down to. And if the banks hold up their end of the bargain, then, let's hire. I know not all black people are going to be qualified for the positions that will come about in regards to all of this influx of capital, but we need to be giving them jobs first. I mean, they should be qualified for the job, but they should be getting, and if I'm not mistaken, I need to find the article and the video that I saw of them stating that so I can post it.
Yeah, please do that.
I saw it in passing, and I can't really remember where I saw it at, so I'm going to have to really search for it. And so I can post it so we can hold them accountable for what they're saying that they're going to do for us also. We're not just going to be because if we're going to just give our money away, we can keep it in the banks that they're in. And that it's in, and just give our money away,
Yeah, so we're going to all have to step up to the plate. The people that's putting their money into these black banks and the black banks themselves have to step up to the plate and realize what's going on, you know what I'm saying, and operate accordingly. It's like even Killer Mike was talking about that in terms of these fees, that if you're getting all of these accounts opening up and all of this influx of cash, you got to waive some of them fees.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's just the way it is.
There's going to have to be some give on both ends.
Right.
Like I said, most of the black banks it's just one. It's not franchises or branches, I should say. They're not branches of most of them. So it's going to be a little tiny building, and it's going to be, 7, 8 people there. But at some point, with let's say $2 million have been generated in the time that this has started. So that's $2 million that those banks did not have. So what are you giving us? I mean, because you getting instant gratification.
Mm-hmm.
What you giving us? And it has to be some give on both ends. And we got to know, and we can't do the, oh my God, when I was with Wells Fargo, I didn't have to do this, and we got to get past all of that. And if I see a video about that, I guarantee you I'm going to lose my mind. If I see a video, I'm going to lose it. I'm telling you, because you don't make videos about Wells Fargo and Bank of America who just got sued for either overcharging black people on bank loans or not giving them at all. So I better not see a video. If I see a video, I'm going to freaking lose my mind. I tell you, mark my words, I'm going to flip out. I'm going to flip on them completely, whoever posted it. And
you
whoever
won't
the
be
person is, and the person who posted it, agreeing with it, and the person who actually are speaking the words are going to get it. They're going to get it. They're going to block me. They're probably going to take me a Facebook follow because I'm flipping on them. I'm telling you. Because y'all don't say nothing to Bank of America, ever. Y'all don't complain. Y'all just take whatever they give you, and y'all accept it. But, you know, and this is something that's, first of all, is groundbreaking. For us to move that much money with our own people, we've never done anything like that.
Right. It's it's one of those where there's smoke, there's fire type situations for me.
Yes.
Like I see that as an opportunity, you know, and we need to take advantage of it. And I think that's why I think that the 1-2 punch of the tax protests and this, because what Killer Mike is suggesting is more of a general thing. It doesn't really, it's not really specific to the police brutality. The tax protest is directly about police brutality because you're taking away city and state funding so that they can't pay these motherfuckers. No raises for you. You know what I'm saying? You ain't going to get no raise off of us.
We have to absolutely stop taking the BS, I don't even know what to call it, but the BS that these white people are giving us and just running with it. First of all, there's no such thing as freaking black on black crime. And if I see somebody say something about, I want to be in front of them so I can smack the shit out of them. And you know I don't curse, but that is how I feel about it. I want to smack the holy hot shit out of the next person that's in front of me, I'm smacking the shit out of them. I don't even care if I don't know them. I'm smacking them. There's no such thing as freaking black on black crime. It doesn't exist. Okay? And the cops killing black people and black people killing black people have no correlation. I'm paying you to protect me, not to kill me. Oh my God, you're a thug on the street. They don't even mix.
Right.
If I give you stitches and it's effed up, okay, you shouldn't have let a layman give you stitches. But if I go to the hospital and the doctor messes up my stitches, I'm suing you because you said you was a doctor. Like, why we don't get this? Like, stop watching Fox News and stop listening to the rhetoric that they spewing about your people and think for yourself. Y'all pissing me off at this point. I can't take it no more.
Yeah, man, it's like I told somebody.
We can't unify. Stop saying that.
I told people that I personally do not like. It's certain times when I'm just not going to have a discussion because the discussion itself is kind of playing me. You know? The discussion is making me look like I'm a fool. Like if I walk around with a T-shirt and the T-shirt says "Save the Whales," no person in their sane, rational mind is going to come up to me and say, "Oh, you saying fuck dolphins?"
Right.
So when people raise that Black Lives Matter versus All Lives Matter bullshit, I'm not even having that discussion because the people who do that are totally disingenuous. They know exactly what the fuck is going on, and the only reason why they're coming up with some All Lives Matter is to spite Black Lives Matter.
Exactly.
So I'm not going to have a conversation with you.
That's what I said. Not a conversation. I'm smacking you. I'm dinging you because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of people acting like, you know, it's cool. because it's not cool. It's not cool to downplay the fact that these bastards are killing our people. It's not cool. It's really not cool. And they talk about all the murders in Chicago, and I honestly believe that the majority of those murders are being done by the police, and they're covering it up.
I believe that.
And they never arrest anybody. They're not arresting anybody.
I believe that. Once you show me that we are targeted, and I can statistically prove that we're targeted. I posted many things you've seen. Once I know that, then all of those other statistics are illegitimate to me. They don't mean it. Like you say, black people commit more homicides than anybody based on their population. I'm calling bullshit. Because why is it that when you have people that's freed by DNA evidence, it's overwhelmingly black people?
But Mark, let's think about it. How can 13% of the population have more homicides? Commit more homicides than anybody else. Because that means all of us are killing people. There's no way that those numbers even match.
No, it's bullshit.
They don't even match. White people kill each other at a rate of 93%. So only 7% of the white people who are murdered by people that don't look like them.
Right.
So statistically, there's no way that black people are doing all of these murders. We only 30% of the population. Asian people kill each other at a rate of 82%, and so on and so forth. White people kill each other more than anybody. So why is there not this big, huge white-on-white crime epidemic that they spewing all over the news? We got to stop being dumb and listening to this BS that they putting all over the news and thinking that that's actual fact when the numbers don't add up. There's no way that we commit 50% of the crimes of murders in the country, and we're only 13% of the country, 13% of the population, and each group of people are killing each other between 80 and 93%. How is that even possible?
Let me take that alley-oop from
basic
you,
math.
Salima. Can I take that alley-oop from you?
Absolutely.
Okay, I want to say this because I've made this point many times in relation to other stuff, but I'll make it in relationship to what we're talking about right now. There are approximately 44 million black people in America, approximately.
Mm-hmm.
In U.S. prisons alone, they say that the United States has locked up more people in their jails than any other place on the planet. And you know what the total prison population is in the United States? Approximately 2 million people are in prison in United States jails. 2 million. Now, out of that 2 million, approximately 800,000 of that 2 million are black people.
Mm-hmm.
Now think about that.
Yep.
Think of how many people are in this country. Now, that's 800,000. Now, I'm not a mathematician. I'm not a scientist. Could you please tell me what's the percentage of 800,000 out of 44 million?
Exactly. Thank you.
So what people? So you're telling me that of less than 1% of our overall population that you have in jail, and you say is committing crimes, right? That gives you the justification to open up and shoot the rest of the 44 million black people in America?
Mm-hmm.
That means the overwhelming majority of us are not committing crimes. The overwhelming majority of us are not committing crimes. Yet if you turn on the television and you hear not only black people, but white people and everybody else, it's like, it's like I don't know what's going on out in these streets. I should be afraid to walk outside right now.
Exactly. The numbers don't add up, and the bad part is that we allow their fake numbers to determine how valuable our own lives are. I hate seeing when black people say, "But we killing each other." it turns my stomach, and I'm telling you, somebody getting smacked. It's certain things you just want, because at some point, maybe the smack will they're like, why'd you do that? And they have you bring in, and it's like, maybe they'll get some clarity as I explain it to them. And if they say no, that's not, I might smack them again. So I'm telling you now, people don't be saying that BS to me.
Sis,
I'm done.
Me and you can talk forever, but I'm going to have to cut this short because I got like 20 more minutes left in the show. I want to get some calls in. But stick with us, okay?
Sure.
All right. Thank you.
No problem.
All right. Bringing in my brother, Mac 611. What's up, bro?
Hey, what's up? What's up, Holla? How are you?
What's up? I'm good. So, do you understand this whole tax protest, withholding your city and your state taxes out of your check and taking that extra money and putting it into a black bank?
I totally do. And I respect that. And I'm going to move some of my money into a black bank real soon.
Carver?
And do that. I don't know. I think I heard Carver isn't totally black owned anymore. I'm not sure.
Well,
that's what I heard.
It's actually on the list because I have
okay.
If you look at the thing, I posted a list of black banks, and
right.
Carver's on the list. So we can, I think they are. I'm pretty sure they are, but we can check it out.
Yeah,
and then, the whole thing about what defines a black bank, I'm gonna have to do a show about that. I can't possibly cover it here.
Right.
But go on.
National, I think it's National something. Is that a black bank? I know that, and I know they have one in our old neighborhood in East New York on Atlantic Avenue.
I'm not sure, but more than likely it would be on that list. Like if you go to the description for the show, it's the last link on the description. It's called the blackoutcoalition.org.
Right. And you and Salima.
Go ahead. Yeah, I was going to say, what did you want to add about the whole tax protest thing specifically?
Just that we should do it, and we should do it in a timely manner. We should be organized on how we do it, when we do it, how long we're going to do it, And what you and Salima said tonight was great. I don't have anything else to add. I do want to say, about the conversation where people want to bring black on black crime. I'm with Salima. You need to shut up. Stop it. And crime, more than anything, is about proximity. And we know that most people generally live amongst each other of that race.
Right.
Most white people live amongst white people. Therefore, the crime is higher, when it's white on white. Just like
white people
black on
kill
black
white
crime.
people.
Like, I have Asian friends, specifically Chinese friends who grew up in Chinatown. And I didn't know, because I didn't grow up in Chinatown, and I don't really hang out in Chinatown. But one of my, several of them have told me Chinatown is a slum. And then I started to realize, oh, snap. They do some of the same things that go on in the hood. Like, there's prostitution, there's drugs, and there's gangs in Chinatown. Chinatown in New York might be small, but it's still there. And when I play basketball with Chinese dudes, so I would read the newspaper and say, damn, what?
Let me interject. Not only do they do the same things, they do even worse things. And nobody ever says anything about Chinese. They traffic, they engage in human trafficking with their own people.
Right.
They bring their own women over as prostitutes and sex slaves and stuff like that. Nobody ever says anything about Chinese on Chinese crime.
And it's when I play basketball with these guys, and every week, one of the gyms where we used to play at, I would read in the newspaper that somebody got stabbed, somebody got shot, there was somebody beat beat down by multiple people, and it's because of the different areas of crime that they were into. You know, the gangs and, like you said, the trafficking, the buses that leave Chinatown. Most of them aren't really legit businesses. They don't have proper licensing and paperwork, and those dudes fight over. They fight over the territory.
Right.
You know, one bus company fighting over the other bus company, and I would say, damn, that's a block away from the gym.
Yeah.
And then I would ask them about it.
There's no
and
camera
they would tell
on
me,
them.
Right.
There's no focus on them. They're not targeted.
Mm-hmm.
So when you it's the insinuation that white folks don't commit crimes is so maddening and so makes me so infuriated because that's what they're trying to insinuate. They're saying that, you guys are the real criminals and we white folks are civilized. We don't commit crime. Like, get the fuck out of here, man.
Right.
That's why whenever I get people on there saying that bullshit, I always destroy them with statistics and facts and evidence.
Right. I posted it on my Facebook page. It was from either 2013 or 2014. A list on different crimes and who committed them at what rate based on race. And certain crimes, white people commit more than we do, and murder is we almost even. They do it at a high rate, you know. And this was coming from the FBI's website.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, and this is what throws the monkey wrench into everything. The reason why our crime stats are high is because we're targeted.
Right.
If you go and you target, it's just like if you go and you target a certain group, you're gonna find more of that crime within that group because you're targeting the group. If you target, let's say for drug crimes, if you target white people, will they not have more drug crimes than us?
Yeah, you know why?
If you target them.
Because you target them, and also now that you're targeting them, they also have more disposable cash than we do, recreational drugs. And if you walk the city like I do and like you do, white people are, I've worked at different places, and some of those places I found more drug heads than black people.
Yo, a white guy tried to steal my bike. when I was outside of fucking Applebee's getting me some food, when I came out, I was walking toward my bike, and I see a guy standing next to my bike, and he jumps on his bike and takes off. So when I get to my bike, I see that the cord that I put was cut on the ground. So had I came a few minutes later, my bike would have been gone, and that was a white dude doing it. But you never hear. There are white dudes in New York City where that's their profession.
Right.
Taking bikes.
Right.
But of course you don't hear nothing about that because it's white. But Mark, I gotta move on because I got like 10 minutes. So stay with me because I'm probably gonna go into overtime and let everybody talk. So just hold on a second, okay?
All right. Great show tonight.
Thank you. All righty. We got last four digits 3496. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Hey, this is Ikea. I'm calling from South Carolina.
How you doing, sis?
And I'm good. How are you?
I'm good.
I just wanted to address, I know you were talking about the black banks, and, I think the requirements some people were asking for, like some benefits for, bringing their money to the black banks. And I just want to say we as a people, we put our money in, especially with the sister talking about Bank of America and all of the issues about, possibly charging higher prices for loans or either denying black people a loan, and you still have black people putting their money into those banks. So I think realistically we should be more prone to want to support our people without the expectation of getting something back. Because we put our money into Wells Fargo, Bank of America, All South, all these different other banks, and we don't have any expectation. We just give our money to them. So I think if we start supporting more black businesses without the expectations of getting something back, I think we will see progress within the black community.
I don't agree with that 100%, and let me tell you why. Because if we're gonna take our money out and have a huge influx of capital going into black banks, the whole purpose for us taking our money out of these institutions is because they don't do anything for us. They don't give us loans. They don't give us small business loans. They'll give us loans for like cars and stuff like that. That's what Killer Mike was talking about. But they don't give us business loans.
I think that's with the rate of how things were before. Now I understand that what you're saying with that they should give us loans after receiving that influx of cash. Now, but I'm talking about as it relates to discounts and certain things. We don't ask that of the white banks at all.
Yeah, I agree with you.
But I do agree with you. I do agree with you wholeheartedly. Like they should be giving loans now because, like you said, I think I even seen something in Houston where there's a whole bunch of rappers who done put all of their money into a black bank in Houston. So I do agree with you that they should give back and give out loans to black people if they're going to put their money inside their black banks.
I think I understand what you're saying, and I agree with you. I think you're talking about that hook me up shit.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Totally. Mm-hmm.
I agree with you 1,000%. Yeah, we shouldn't be putting all of these, like we have to make sacrifices. Nothing's going to be perfect, but the whole thing behind it is at least we're putting money into our own banks or our black bank where hopefully we can benefit from that more than having it in a white institution where it does absolutely nothing for us except just stay in their their vaults and stuff so they can go and lend it out to everybody else except us. So at the very least, I agree with you. Like we shouldn't be nickel and diming them, but they should give back something for the amount of people that we are going to transfer from those white institutions into the black banks.
Exactly, and I agree with you.
Yep. So you want to stick around with us?
Yeah, I'll stick around.
Okay. Thank you for the call. Let's see. Who else? Oh. Last four digits, 7672. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Dominique from the Shy.
What's up, Dom?
What up?
What's the deal? So am I making any sense, bro?
Yeah, you and Salima making sense. I was just thinking about that when I saw my check today. It was like, man, I'm gonna need for them to give me all my money. I don't want to say for real. The state and federal, nah, I need all of that. Y'all don't deserve my hard work, man. Straight up.
Well, let me just warn you, Dom.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm feeling you. But you got to be prepared because, like I said, if you're doing it individually, they could come at you. So if they do come at you, you want to be able to have them. Yeah.
I need a support system.
All we're really doing
people
is
scared. Yeah. Yeah, it's just, we all scared and we don't want to hold each other down. And it's like one of the reasons why we don't have a relationship with each other as a whole, because everything's based on individualism, not knowing that whatever is affecting us outside socially and politically, it's affecting the relationships that we got with each other.
Right.
We need to start taking a lot of things serious, man, because, this individual stuff is not working.
That's true.
I would love to just, go ahead.
No, I was saying I've always said that. It's like we concentrate on individuals too much. Like I really don't, like I don't want to see a video about how full of shit Polite is. I don't care.
I don't either.
I don't want to see videos or with Umar Johnson exposed. I don't. You know what that is? It's people always want to put other people down because it makes them feel better about themselves. So if he's the bad guy, it makes you feel like you're the good guy.
Yeah, I'm not even, look, they can get their hustle on. I'm not mad at them. Just shame on the people that's claim they getting messed over by him. Shame on them. Yo, get your hustle on, dude. I ain't dealing with you, feel me?
Thank you. Thank you.
You know, you live and you learn. And another thing, too, I'm about to make it short, but, like, we need to stop competing on who we feel as though is better. You know, white, black, you know, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we human, and we do what humans do. Humans are going to be violent towards each other. They're going to kill, rob, and steal. I'm just not with we do more crime than white people or, you know, vice versa. You know, this is a predatory world, and you either going to pray or be preyed upon. It's that simple. We make things complicated, man. We confuse a lot of simple stuff. It's very simple. You either going to go out there, put your work in, or somebody going to put the work in on you. It's that simple.
Pretty much.
So, you know, that's all I wanted to say, and shout out to Salima, because she was going in. I like to hear that, you know.
That's my sister.
Serious. I love that. Yeah.
That's my sister. So you going to stick around with us?
Yeah, I'm going to be here.
All right, man. Thanks for the call, as usual.
All right.
All right. We got last four digits, 5973. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, bro. This is Big Jim from Mobile, Alabama, man.
Peace, Big Jim.
Brother, the conversation tonight is real good, man. Real good. And Blog Talk playing some games with the website, man. I tried to listen on Blog Talk. They were redirecting everywhere. I'm talking about it took me 30 minutes to get on. I just had to just call in. They was redirecting. Your link was getting redirected to, like, ads.
Wow.
And they really didn't want this show to get popular tonight, man.
That is crazy. Well, you know, it doesn't surprise me. It really doesn't.
Yeah,
so what are your thoughts on this? Yeah, go ahead.
On the banking situation?
Well, the tax protests and the bank situation.
Man, listen, man. Just as you stated earlier, I'm down for anything we're doing that's productive as far as moving forward. Because the way we're moving right now, honestly, it's in a circle. I mean, it's just repetitive. Same thing, same complaints. And if we're gonna do something productive that's gonna really make an impact, we all know that they only respect violence and the wallet. That's it. It's only two places you can really get them. I mean, you're gonna get physical with them, and that's not the brightest idea at this point with the numbers. Or you're gonna hit them in the pocket with the capital. And I'm down for whatever, man, because I'm 36 years old, and the way we going, it's like people are getting crazier and crazier. They just losing their minds. I mean, with the white talking points, the white supremacy talking points, and things of this nature, where you have black people repeating the same things that they saying on Fox News. I mean, black on black crime, just as the sister stated earlier, that's ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's ridiculous. It's funny how we can't see the logic that obviously, if I'm going to knock somebody over the head, it's going to probably be somebody that I have proximity to close enough that I could knock them in the head and take something from them. And
exactly.
Normally it's going to be somebody that looks just like me.
Yeah. So black folks killing each other is not some abnormality because white folks kill each other, Chinese kill each other, Jews kill each other, Puerto Ricans kill everybody that's in the vicinity or proximity of each other usually end up hurting and killing each other. That's just the way it goes. So
And
it's disingenuous.
if I got background noise going on, fam, I'm sorry about that. I'm working right now. I'm in the transitioning phase. I'm working. I'm moving around. So sorry about that. I tried to listen online, but that didn't work out. I mean, that was ridiculous.
Nah, you good. I'm just going to end the live broadcast, and then I'm going to go into the overtime. So just bear with me 1 second, okay?
I got you, fam.
All right, so I'm going to end the live version, and we're going to go into the overtime, and I'm going to end it like I normally do.
We declare our right on this earth to be a man, to be a human being, to be respected as a human being, to be given the rights of a human being in this society, on this earth, in this day, which we intend to bring into existence by any means necessary.
All right, bro. Jim, I'm putting you back on so you can finish your thoughts.
Yes, sir. But I just wanted to comment on some things that the brothers just said, that the human nature of what people are doing, that this is a violent world. Man, this is a violent world because there's violent people in control of this world, man, and they're running it. It's kind of like people that play video games, you know what I'm saying? You can't change the game until you beat the game. I mean, if you don't take over the situation, there's no way you can change it. And the propaganda that's going on, we have to have a situation where we can have our own media, where we link up with each other and get our ideas out there. And what you guys are doing is very productive. Man, I'm in Alabama, man. You see what I'm saying? And where I'm from, man, people ain't talking like this. Where I'm from, they want to Martin Luther King it up. And I mean, I don't mean the transition. I mean the evolved Martin Luther King. I mean the holding hands and kissing up the white folks Martin Luther King. That image that they got portrayed out there. But
right.
I just appreciate you brothers, man. Collar and just keep doing what you guys are doing, man. But we got to be able to fight this propaganda that's going on right now. It's like when they say Black Lives Matter, they get to talking about Black Lives Matter. Man, they just saying black people. They say stuff about Black Lives Matter that ain't got nothing to do with Black Lives Matter. I don't agree with everything Black Lives Matter stand for, but hell, when I see them say it, it comes off to me as, well, black people hate cops.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, but
it's become a pseudonym for black people. Like when you say Black Lives Matter, it's their way. It's an escape hatch because it allows you to give your angst and your anger toward black people without actually saying black people. So Black Lives Matter becomes the equivalent of black folks, and that's the reason why I'm with them. I'm down with them. How can I be against a group that's called Black Lives Matter? I'm against Black Lives Matter. What the fuck is that? That's crazy. And another thing is, black folks need to get this concept. They need to get down with this concept of hitting it and quitting it and stop falling in love. Hit it and quit it. You can align yourself with a person or a group that you're totally against on a specific policy or specific issue. That doesn't mean that you're going to marry them. That doesn't mean you're going to have their kids.
Right, allies are temporary.
They need to learn to do what you do in your personal life. You got your side piece. Are you married to your side piece? Your side piece got all the rights of your wife and whatever. Come on, why do we understand it in one context and then get totally stupid on another?
That's because we still politically immature, still economically immature, and socially immature in certain things.
You know what? When you talk about nationhood, you know who one of your allies could be when it comes to nationhood? White supremacist groups.
Right. Right.
Ooh,
They want
wow.
to get rid of us anyway,
Are people experiencing cognitive dissonance right now? Like they can't comprehend what's going on?
Ooh, that makes me scared, man. That makes me really scared.
Because they saying we want you out of here anyway. So that's a natural ally on that issue.
Shoot, they
It don't mean you agree. It don't mean that you in bed with them.
Baggage on it. They should be at the plane putting our baggage on the plane.
It don't mean that you falling in love with them and you having kids and y'all getting a house and 2.5 kids. Come on, man. Hit it and
what
quit
What I can't understand is like us not understanding, like what Amos Wilson says, right? With the understanding your own interests, like having your own political worldview and understanding what's in your interest. Why do we get these Negroes that are that they're not nationalists? They don't plan to move anywhere or whatever. That's cool. But why are you speaking against it in front of our enemies? Why are you doing that?
Because they love America.
Captain America, Negroes.
They love America.
That's the most ridiculous thing that you could possibly do. Why would you speak against something that would that's gonna eventually aid you? Like if I don't plan on doing none of that, I'm just gonna shut my mouth. I'm gonna shut my mouth because it's like speaking against the family. You don't go out and bring your family business outside and be like, hey, my wife ain't shit. Hey, my son's a dummy. You just don't do that. But we have a tendency to want to sit up in front of white folks and impress them with how big of a coon we could be for them.
Because they think white people is going to give them some love for that.
All those who chose to oppose this shield must yield. It is led to a fight and a duel ensues, and the red and the white and the blue come through when Captain America opens my shield.
They think they're going to get a pass. They really think that white people are going to give them a pass because they said, not all white people are bad. What are you talking? No, absolutely not. I don't give anybody a pass. Yes, sir.
Not all white people are bad, but none of them you can trust, though. I don't give a fuck.
Salima, they want that pat on the head.
Exactly. A devil is a devil no matter what he says and does. He always speaking with a forked tongue. I don't trust none of them.
Yep.
Not one of them. So
can't
that's
trust
what it
snakes.
is.
Can't trust snakes. A snake is a snake.
And that's what they do. They make you think that it's all peachy and everything. While behind your back, they stabbing you.
It's so obvious.
And they telling you that there's somebody that looks like you.
This is the stupidity of our people. If I had control over you for almost 400 or 500 years, do you really think at one time I'm going to respect you ever? It's never going to happen. I mean, and our people just don't get it. They're going to respect us now. No, the fuck they ain't. They're going to always look at you as the slaves that they used to control. It's just like your dog. It's like one day your dog, you got control of your dog all these years. You're going to come one day and say, I'm scared of my dog. No, you're not. I've been controlling this motherfucker all these years. Watch out not to be able to control him now. So
Yo, Dad.
Wake up. And, yes, sir.
I just want to tell everybody, like the people that's on the queue. Now I know that we don't have no old school phones. Everybody got basically a modern phone. Put your phone on mute. Put it on mute if you're not going to talk. But I got to bring you in.
My phone is mute the whole show.
Yeah. Put your phone on mute. If you don't want to talk, just put your phone on mute. But I'm bringing you in, okay? So everybody on the line, put your phone on mute. And when you want to talk, just take yourself off mute and you can jump in.
For sure.
Go ahead.
Yeah, we hope. That's it. But yeah, that's it, man. I mean, we got to wake up, man. And I want everybody to excuse me the reason why we're doing the show tonight.
I'm going to tell you one thing. We're not going to have a choice for a wake up. It's going to either be, we at that point of you either live, what was that,
Salima,
that
I don't believe, Salima, I don't believe we will ever wake up. Jokers will not wake up even in a concentration camp. They will still believe in some type of program that they're doing to help us out. These motherfuckers are lost, man. And that's what it all has to be.
They are, but you know what it is? It's going to either be you going to wake up or you going to die. And that's what it is. And I'm completely and totally fine. I've come to terms with the people that I love, people that I care about. They ain't going to wake up. So I'm good with it. But we're going to see them coming. They're going to be coming soon. So they're not going to have the people who are actually, they have something still working in their brain. They're not going to be able to stay away. It's going to be a huge influx of people coming. What was that you were saying earlier? Like last year, 2 years ago, you was telling me something about land infrastructure. They're coming because they don't have no choice. I talk to people now, and they're like, still trying to fight it. But why are you fighting something that's inevitable? Either you're going to do it or you're going to stay here and die. You're going to stay here and die. I don't care what nobody says. The president is his wife. The next president's wife is an ex-porn star. Like, if I can't live in a country where the first lady is a porn star. Like, literally, there's pictures of her. She took pictures. She's a porn star. How? No. It's time for us to go. It's time for us to go. And there's no getting around that. There's none of that. We can do it right here, BS.
Only in America, y'all. Only in America.
No, it can't happen.
Yeah, that's the land we live in.
Pool our resources together. We got to stop with the, there's so many people that they talk, we can't do this, we can't do that. Have you tried it? And my thing is, the only thing that we've never tried, we've marched, we've tried to fight them back. We've done everything else except for unify. No, we've never united and said, you know what, you black, I'm black, because that's what they do. All you got to do is be white. That's all you got to do. They don't care what you do. As long as your skin match theirs, they behind you. That's why black people get higher prison sentences than white people. That's the lowest form of human life, that white person that did whatever they did. That his skin determines what his sentence is going to be. And we got to be just that unified. Not saying that we're going to be running around chilling with the daggone rapists and the murderers. If you doing dirt, and I can't see, getting in arms with you. But we got to get to that point. And we have to actually use justice, exact justice. You raping little kids, you raping people in my country, in my mind, you got to die. Sorry. I'm not wasting my tax dollars to take care of a rapist or a murderer. Nope. Sorry. Nope. We got to... Peace.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Minister.
Oh, peace. How y'all doing?
Awesome. How are you?
Pretty good. I just want to throw my 2 cents in real quick, as the discussion seems to be winding down. Because this part is probably what I was waiting for anyway. We are saying that people are not going to wake up, and I believe a great majority of people are not going to wake up. But I do believe that a sizable amount will also. And the reason why I think that a sizable amount of people will wake up is because of what I'm going to talk about tomorrow, which is confrontation brings closure. I think that because all these shootings are starting to show up a lot on social media, I think that because it's being passed around to the average person, and they're now getting to see what we've been telling them is happening all these years. Because if you've been a part of the movement for 10 or 20 years, you've been telling black people all of these years, this is what white people are doing to you. This is what the police is doing to you. But black people, because you don't have any visible picture or video have been able to say, nah, you guys are making that up. That's conspiracy theory. But now you can log on Facebook and on your timeline, you're going to have an Alton Sterling. You're going to have a Philando Castile. You're going to have all of these people. And then there's a video of a dude today that's laying in the street with his hands up and they still shot him. So all of the black people now are being put in a very uncomfortable position where we have to say, damn, it's true what they say. What am I going to do about it? And the fear that might be either you or your children is now becoming real to the average person that's been trying to tell us to go to hell for so many years. And so I think that even though some people are not going to wake up, I think that all of these things that are going on is bringing an elephant that's been in the room to people's front door, and now they're going to have to deal with it. And to me, that's what I call closure. See, in life, you know what I'm saying, brothers and sisters, we have, we could drag something on for years and years and years and years, and it's a conflict, and I'm getting into what I'm going to say tomorrow, but it's a conflict, and the conflict don't do nothing for nobody, because if you remember, Sun Tzu talked about how protracted war or conflict wears down the state, wears down the people, wears down the entire nation. But if you want a conflict to end, all you need to do is engineer some kind of confrontation. Well, we as a people, not the nationalists, but the average person, have been so damn scared for so many years for confrontation that we have hoped, wished, and prayed on conflict. You think about it. Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and all the rest of the poverty pimps and charlatans, they have profited off of conflict. They don't want confrontation. Confrontation is bad for them. But unfortunately, with social media, fortunately for us, it brings confrontation to everybody's door, and now they have to deal with it. And Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, and the rest of these dudes, they don't have a message or a program to deal with confrontation. They got a message and a program to deal with conflict. So I think that we, even though we're frustrated because we've been dealing with this for a long time, I think that help is on the way, because the more, you see, black people got all up in arms because of Trayvon Martin, and we got up in arms because of Mike Brown, but those were incidents that had a lot of space in between each other. Man, these shootings are happening within a 24-hour cycle now. And black people are starting to see this and say, when is this going to stop? We have never had a summer with this much murders of black people who are unarmed or defenseless by police. We've never seen this in our face like this ever. I don't think I've ever seen it in my lifetime, and I'm going to be 45 this year. And so because of that, I think that a lot of black people is running up on me who used to not even want to add me on Facebook. Like, Minister, I'm confused. What do I want to do? And to me, the word confused is a very good word, because if a person is confused and you got the answer, it's a prime situation for you to offer them a solution. And so all I think that we all have to do is keep our nationhood sharp, keep it sharp in our mind, keep it sharp on our tongues, and keep it sharp on our hearts, that when those people begin to come to you saying that they're confused, you can offer them the solution, and it will be many, many more, because the conversation is going to be daily. It's going to be daily, and they're going to have to deal with it. That's my 2 cents. Hello?
Yes, brother, that was $2. But we appreciate it, though. That was $2. You dropped something.
Thank you very much, brother. That's where I'm coming from tomorrow. That's what I believe, man. Because I mean, you think about it. People is coming up to you. They saying it. Some say they're angry. Some say they're sad. But a lot of them say they're confused. And if you got the solution, you could give it to them. But you have to admit, a lot more people is coming to you saying that than back in the day, because they keep seeing it.
Man, for me, man, I don't know what we gonna. I mean, we gotta do something about this manhood, man. It's like it's like if you're black, just the fact that you behave like a man, you don't let people run over you. You get labeled,
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he's a militant.
Right.
You're a rebel. Like, damn, I'm supposed to be a punk? Like, well, y'all guys want to walk that way. I'll let you have that. But, I mean, just, like I say, it's like, I was looking at the situation with the Turkey situation, the coup. And I was looking at how I was watching the Young Turks, and I was watching how they referenced it. It wasn't any of that speech of violence is not the answer. There's a better way of going around doing this. It was, well, let's just hope the best side wins. Let's just hope they can get this over quickly so we can get things back rolling the way we want it to go. Not the way they're handling it is wrong. But every time black people react in a violent way as just a response to systematic oppression and violence that's being enacted on us on a daily basis, somehow our actions are incorrect. And what I'm saying to people is, man, you just have to block that stuff out. I mean, you can't listen to somebody that wants to kill you tell you how to survive. If this guy wants to kill me, why would I listen to him when it comes to how am I supposed to survive a situation? I'm not going to do that. That's foolishness. And I just think that for too many black people, they respect white people's opinions far too much. I have no respect for it. Because, I mean, if you can go and kill up a bunch of people and then hide your hand later on and say, when you come back to kill them, hey, we don't do that. Now we don't do that. It's like we in a fist fight, and I'm fighting you, and your buddy comes up behind me and hit me in the back of the head with a bat and just knock me out, run through my pockets, take everything I got, and then I recover, see you 2 weeks later, I brought my bat, and I brought my gun, because I want my stuff back. And then you hold up your hand, you bring the police and say, hey, we don't do this. This is against the rules. This is what white people do every day. And I'm just glad that, hey, at some point you have to stand up and you can't take that. I mean, it's unacceptable.
Sure, he just described the United States of America to the damn T. They want to go to the United States of America is the only country that wants to go to war with you with guns and knives and tell you to have your fists. Well, you can't have no guns and knives. We only can have guns and knives.
That's like Israel, when they show you the attacks on Israel, and Israel has missiles and they're blowing them up, and they have rocks and sticks, and they're calling them insurgents, and, they had to defend their land, and no, you're taking my land, you're killing us, bulldozing our houses while we're in it, and we have just the rubble from our homes, and you're calling us terrorists. Like, where do you do that at? It's the same concept. And that's why they still paying them, because those are their brothers. Those are their brothers. And it's like, y'all got missiles. You see everything in Gaza is like burning. And they're like, yeah, they keep attacking us. These sticks hurt. Oh, my God. Crazy.
And back to what the minister was saying, I mean, you see that and I see that. And I think for the majority of people that we see the hypocrisy in how this country and how white people in general, how European people in general behave. But there's this level of cognitive dissonance with black folk that's just unbelievable. I mean, it's unbelievable that you can see all this evidence. You can present a library worth of evidence to the savagery of the Europeans against the rest of the world. And these people will somehow, kind of way, come up with a prayer, leave it on Jesus, or something to basically to get out of the fact that there's something that you must do to counteract this situation.
We'll pick up Tasha. Let me tell you something, man. You can't change a coon's attitude at all. All he knows is my master is the one that's feeding me. Everybody else means nothing. So he looks at a white person as I get my checks from him, so I'm going to always be his protector. And that's just what it is.
Yeah, man, I'm not trying to change anybody. I'm just living how I'm living. But at the same time, it makes progress hella slow. And I think we all know that. It makes progress hella slow.
I ain't trying to change nobody either. I want you to continue to be who you are. Just don't be that shit around me. That's all.
I think the goal is to change the ones that don't think like us is to get with the ones who think like us and make a change that way.
You could be the biggest coon on the planet. All I care. I'm like, yo, do your thing, brother. He you know, loving them white folks. Just stay there, keep that shit away from me. Like I always said, I tell brothers and sisters all the time, I'm snuffing your ass in the concentration camps when you try to tell me about, yo, we need to do something to get up out of here. I'm like, motherfucker, I've been telling you for years that this shit was going to happen. And if you don't know now, you're going to stay here now. You here, you're going to stay here now. Snitching on your ass in the concentration camp, straight up. Straight snitching on your ass.
Yo, I heard that
like,
before,
man. Snitching on your ass. I'm snitching on your ass. This nigga trying to get out. This nigga right here. I'll be just like Eddie Murphy in the movie Life. This nigga ain't over here working. This nigga ain't boss. This nigga ain't working. Come get him. Straight up, I'm snitching on your ass in the concentration camp. You better not come to me talking about, yo, Dad, what we gonna do to get up out of here? What? What we gonna do to get up out of here? Nigga, you staying here forever. You ain't going no damn where. Shoot, you ain't going no damn where. I'm gonna be a goddamn bootlicking trustee, goddamn it. That's what I'm gonna be. Since you don't want to listen to me.
Nope, not me. I'll be dead.
I already know that. I already know that for myself. I'm just saying, if it ever caught me off guard, I'm gonna be like, oh, all you niggas is done. You can forget about it. We sitting there, brother, Dad, what we gonna do? We gonna sit here and go to fuck in the concentration camp. That's what we gonna do. I've been telling you niggas this idiot shit for a long time. You ain't want to listen. But we thought it was gonna be televised first. Stupid asses. They said they closing up Walmarts now, turning them shits into concentration camps as we speak, and shit in Texas.
And buying multi-person caskets.
It's
big ass bodies per casket, and they bought $1 billion of them. What do they need that for? What do they need that for?
It's depopulation, because they getting ready to hit us with something.
Exactly.
And you know what's so crazy? It's so crazy, yo, and then it sounds bugged out, but you can feel all of this shit in the air. Like, if you can't feel it in the air now, then you're not in tune with life. If you can feel it in the air, it ain't too much longer before something really drastic's just going to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. Exactly.
And see, the thing of it is that these are tests. These are tests. Flint was a test. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
How long are these people going to actually drink this brown sludge before somebody calls the media? How long are they going to let their kids break out in puffy, oozy rashes until they say, hey, something's not right here? You understand what I'm saying? Detroit is a test. How do you sell the state
Katrina was
of
a test.
Detroit? I mean, absolutely. How do you sell a whole city to a corporation? Because Detroit is not even legally, is not even part of the United States. It's owned by a corporation. Okay? And that's why they're not giving regular aid that they would give to another state or another city. Because it's not owned by, it's not a part of the United States anymore. And they don't say that. The local government started getting loans from a corporation, and they can't pay the loans back, so now the corporation owns Detroit. So it's like, okay, what we going to do? That's why they're able to do the things that they're able to do in Detroit. So it's coming to a city near you, and we're not paying attention. And all those people in Detroit, I don't understand what they were doing, how they let that stuff happen around them. But it was a test. Let's see how far we could push this. And there's still plenty stuff going on in Detroit, and they're still not putting it out there. And the people are just sitting there chilling, like, it's going to get better. Let's pray to Jesus. Like, Jesus going to help us. That's all.
Hey, Sue, on his way. Hey, Sue, definitely on his way.
Yeah. They keep waiting for Jesus. I mean, you ain't got much longer to be waiting on him. And it's crazy because we got that Stockholm syndrome in their bones. It's like,
first of all, I don't care who it is, Jesus, Muhammad, whoever it is, ain't no God going to help you if you ain't helping your damn self.
Exactly.
So that's
exactly.
Ain't no God going to help you unless you're helping your damn self. If you ain't making a move to change your situation, ain't no Most High going to just step in for your ass. They're like, man, please, let me know what you got to do.
We just a lazy Negro. And I'll be honest with you, when we do go, we're not taking no lazy, hump on the log with us. What you going to do? You think you're going to live there? No, absolutely not. You have to be able to prove that you
the lazy ones ain't going to come anyway. Lazy ones ain't going to come anyway. How the hell they going to get there? They ain't coming. They ain't thinking about coming.
They're going to try and slip through the cracks. They're going to talk some silly person into, come on, bring me with you. They're going to talk some silly person into it. Some sister running around with her boyfriend that don't have a job and he drive a car all day and pick her up 2 hours late from work. She's sitting there waiting to get picked up in her car. She gonna feel bad for him, and she gonna take him with her. And she a professional. No, you got to go. What can you do?
Well, to fight that, the last thing we need to build, and when it comes to land infrastructure, and nationhood, and things like that, the last thing we need to build is the internet. If that's the case, because if the niggas can't play the Xbox, they ain't going.
You're right.
No, they gonna make a game out of sticks and rocks, and they can just sit there on their butt and play sticks and rocks. They gonna come up with that game. They got a lot of time on their hands.
So niggas gonna be looking for Pokemon. That's what they're gonna be doing. They're gonna Pokemon going to death.
Chasing the Pokemon.
Pokemon
Yo,
Go.
what's up with that? I hear people getting ran over in the street about that, man.
Good for the
grown men playing Pokemon.
Another distraction. Another distraction. That's all that is.
Ring my doorbell looking for Pokemon. I got you. He right here. Come on in. Come on in. Now you Poke dead slave now. You a slave now, motherfucker.
That's crazy. And I don't understand how you go from 1 week saying that you're mourning these two brothers' lives that were shot down on camera by the cops to the very next week chasing freaking Pokemon. Like, are you kidding me?
It's a distraction, and it's working because a lot of people are getting distracted by that, and that's the sad reality of it. It's a distraction.
It's that escapism mentality. When you've been traumatized so much, some people, they just look for any reason to be distracted and escape from that pain.
I don't have
any reason.
I done had people call me on the damn phone asking me to play Pokemon Go. I said, first of all, let me tell you something. I don't play no damn games. Second of all, I don't even never know what the fuck Pokemon was when it came out back in the 90s. So what the hell I look like doing that shit now?
Yeah, they lost their mind. And it's so we have the attention span of a daggone gnat. Like, are you kidding me? How did that happen? How y'all let that happen? It's crazy. Oh, you need to lighten up. You're so serious. Yeah, okay. You tell me that when you stuck here. Tell me that when you
gotta be serious.
Craziness.
Well, back to what the sis was saying about Detroit. I mean, this is something that always intrigued me. I mean, even when I was younger, you have black folks complaining about white people all the time. Hey, the white man doing this. Hey, the white man doing that. Soon as he leave you niggas alone, you complaining about the white man left me. Now we don't have no jobs. The white man left. Now we can't. Now the mall ran down. That's the most asinine and retarded thing I ever heard in my life. If the white man leave me, we throwing a damn party. Then we getting to work.
See, the thing of it is that
let me tell you something.
The thing about Detroit,
if I can get a life without a white person, it'll be the greatest thing in the world. I don't never want to see another white person. I can care less. For real. And I damn sure don't need nothing from them.
The thing about Detroit is the same thing that we've been talking about. You can't do it right here. If they start building up Detroit, they're going to come there and they're going to take it over. You understand? There's going to be some gentrification thing going on. It'll happen real quick. So it's not like they in a position where they could just be like, you know what, let's build up this town. Let's just go and do this. They're not in that position. First of all, the majority of the people there are completely broke, flat broke, or they would have left like the people who did have money. They in Detroit.
That's Detroit. That's Detroit. I understand Detroit. You believe me, it's all the same all over the country. I'm from Mobile, Alabama. And I'm going to tell you like this. If these niggas would stop blowing their money on dumb stuff, you could build up a lot of stuff. The money they dump in these churches is ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yes. Oh,
we could build
80%
up whole
of our people
cities.
are in church.
Listen, 90% of the disposable income in our community goes to the church. So, and you can't get these people to see that, hey, what's the purpose of the church? Are the church building your schools? Because the synagogues do for the Jews. Are the churches building your credit unions? Because the synagogues do. Other people use the Sikh community does. The Hindu community does. Man, everybody understands the game except us. We want to sit there and make excuses. Man, the white people leave me. If there's 1,000 of me in that month, we getting something cracking. Because at the end of the day, what I tell people all the time, man, we need the same things that everybody else needs. That means that if you're supplying it, then you can make some money, and the currency can change hands. What it is that we want to play games with education, as the brother minister always focuses on, being skilled, proficient in a craft. We want to play games and not get the proper tools. We want to buy tennis shoes and stuff. We want to go and get $50,000 cars, and you got a $25,000 job.
Sounds great.
You know, I mean, at the end of the day, we have to take some responsibility, you know, as a group. But you got certain people that think certain ways, you got other people that think other ways. When I saw them turn away Claude Anderson in Detroit, talking about that was racist, and you got Greek Town, I got people up there. You got a big casino with Greek Town on it, and you talking about racist? It ain't that many Greeks up there. And the city is 85% black. Man, y'all can miss me with that. That's what I'm talking about. That's cowardice. That's we so afraid of white people that ain't even here. We're afraid of white people that's not even here.
Mm-hmm.
And then when they come and run your butt out and take downtown back and move you out, now you crying. No, I don't want to hear it because help came. The solutions came to you. You didn't want to do it. You didn't want to make the sacrifices of taking your money out of the Korean store, out of the hair product. You didn't want to take your money out of the Vietnamese nail shops. They're doing the same thing down here. The Vietnamese got all the nail shops, got all the seafood places. And niggas went to, we the only ones going in there.
They will flock to them and spend their money. Flock to them and spend their money. And you know what? Niggas will get excited when they see a Vietnamese open up a nail shop. Oh, that's good. It's a nail salon around the corner. Why you ain't open up one? crazy.
We got to have the discipline to take the necessary sacrifice. You may not have the funds to open up a nail shop out the gate, but you open it up in your house. Ain't nobody going to stop you.
Exactly.
Hey, such and such do nails. Come over there on Clark Street. Whatever.
Right.
My sister do hair.
Exactly.
Go over there on the 25th. Whatever. I mean, we just got to have that attitude, that, to do for ourselves, that Marcus Garvey spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I think it's the only black-owned nail salon that was in Brooklyn. It was on Myrtle Avenue. And every time I went to New York, I would go get my nails done. And they were super rude. Like, they were real rude. But you know what? I don't know what Ning Lee is saying about me, and I'm quite sure she being rude, too. So I need my nails done. And I was sad when my niece told me that they closed down. And it's like, y'all take crap, dirty utensils, from these, whatever they are, because they're all a whole bunch of other different things. But they should have never let that place close down, ever. And I was like, this is crazy. We gotta support each other. We have to. It's so important. I went in there and I made reservations because I was coming from North Carolina. I made reservations, and when I got there, the lady was like, "Oh, we didn't know if you was coming, so we gave somebody a spot." I was 20 minutes early. How was that possible? But every time I went back to New York, I got my nails done right there. Because, that's what we have to do that. And then give them suggestions. You can't really do that to your customers, I told you I was coming from out of town to get my nails done. She was like, yeah, but we didn't know if you was really coming. We got to hold people accountable.
I'll give you an example of how messed up some of our people's minds are when it comes to business and crossing business, mixing business with morality and false morality. My sister-in-law, she's an excellent photographer. And my daughters, they were getting ready to do school pictures. But I don't really like the school pictures. They horrible. So I'm like, nah, I ain't paying for that. And my daughter was like, well, but I want to take the pictures. I'm like, I'm not paying them people to take some pictures that I don't even want to look at. I'm going to let your auntie do it, and we're going to give her the money. Do you know, when my daughter talked to her auntie, she calls me and asks me why I don't want to give the white people money. Literally. Is it
and you're trying to put the money in her pocket.
I'm trying to put the money in your pocket, and you arguing with me? I'm like, you that churchified? You that confused? That you fight me about giving you money? And that was the last conversation I had about that. And you know what she's doing now? Back on a regular job.
Yeah.
Back on the plantation.
Yeah.
But a lot of our people are confused. They confuse this false morality in Christianity of, we shouldn't do that to these people. Man, you have to understand reciprocity, reciprocation. If you're doing something to me, that must be what you want me to do to you. It must be. If you slap me, you must want me to slap you. You must be. It must be. If you're stealing from me, you must want me to steal from you. You mustn't. See, we look at it as only the good things, but it goes both ways. Because that's the only way you're going to have balance. If I'm always treating you good and you always treat me bad, I'm always losing. And I ain't no sucker like that. Anybody that's been in the streets, you recognize somebody trying to hustle. You recognize game. People have been playing the same game forever. You can't recognize that? It's the same hustle. Same, throw some rocks, hide your hand. Same hustle. speak morality, do evil. Same hustle. When are we going to not go for it? When are we going to stop falling for that?
Amen, brother. There's somebody there, man. I'm listening to the show, man. It's going good.
Yo.
Hello, what happened? The show died?
Oh, I ain't for sure, man.
Who's this born? Who's this born?
Nah.
Who's this on the line?
It's me.
Oh, Dev?
What's up, man? Yeah. What's up?
Who's that just talking a minute ago? Born a lot?
Oh, I'm not sure.
From Alabama? Yeah, I think it was Born.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was talking from Alabama, but I don't know what happened after that.
Yeah, that's Born.
I think everybody dropped. A bunch of people dropped off. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
I'm still here.
About 5 callers dropped.
Yeah.
Must be some blog talk shenanigans.
Probably, as usual.
What's up, caller?
Just a little hold up for Dev before everybody. I mean, those traffic lights, they want to change. You know, I see a bunch of cops got a brother out there. I don't know if he's fighting with his girl, and there's a bunch of cops surrounding this couple. I'm like, man, I should have a camera out here so in case something pop off. You know.
Got to use that camera.
Another night in Virginia.
Exactly.
All cameras should be coming out whenever the cops approach anybody.
Down here they shoot black people. Black people are down here, man. Just the weekend comes, they all forgot about it. They're out in the club. You know, they're like, oh well, whatever. You know, I got to pay my car note.
So who we got on the line? Let's do a roll call.
You have Zakia on the line still from South Carolina.
Peace.
Max 611, Brooklyn.
Peace.
Yo, that's me. South Carolina. Yep.
Peace.
Peace.
Holla from Brooklyn.
Holla from VA.
Who's the ones? I see one. Is that a Skype call?
Just like it's broken. I don't know what's going on. I gotta make a turn.
Oh, you driving, Carla?
Yeah, I want to pick up my girl. You know, I gotta make a turn. I'm about to get a ticket, but who cares? It's like turn. It's like 8 times. Oh, by the way, for the record, right? Everybody for the record. If I ever get shot by the shootout with police, right? Notice that I wasn't snapping no cop. They shot me and they planted a gun on my ass or not, and they try to use my Facebook posting to say, see, I'll tell y'all that right now. It was a setup.
I was going to think that anyway. I'm naturally paranoid, man. I don't trust cops.
Look, the bottom line is everything just happening too fucking neat to me. You know what I'm saying? People die. You say you got, he said this, but there's no recording. Something. You shoot you, kill you. Plant the evidence on you. Say you did it. Say you did it. Now the fucking life changes, man. After I fucking did all this shit. Yeah. I'm at another life.
They have to get
if I go skydiving out of a plane, you know I don't skydive, you know.
I don't fucking skydive. I don't do crazy shit. So they can talk all the fucking shit they want, you know. If I get blown up in a building one night, I was never a suicide bomber. That's bullshit.
Yeah, they got a script that they go through.
Yeah.
Don't worry, Kyla. I am naturally suspicious of the authorities.
Oh yeah, I don't trust nothing. You see the brother today, man. He had his hands up. He was helping his patient. They shot him anyway.
In
Miami. It happened today. He had a brother. He had his hands up, saying, "Look, this is my patient. My patient, my autistic patient. I'm helping him out." And they came, surrounded him, and shot him anyway.
Oh, I didn't hear about that. That's probably
look at my timeline, you know.
That's probably going to be the next big story.
And he survived though.
He did. Good.
Like, you know, and he has no hands on camera. He has his hands up, saying, "Look," he said it. I'm such a doctor. He's a therapist, whatever. I'm with my patient right here. I'm trying to help him out. And then he's laying out with it. I got my hands up. You know, this thing, thing. They shot him anyway.
That's crazy.
Protecting and serving the shit out of you.
Actually, cops, they'll tell you the official title is not to protect and serve. You know, their idea is just to freaking enforce the law and enforce the power structure. That's all. You're not to protect and serve. You're supposed to protect yourself. But if you protect yourself, you get arrested anyway. We had a brother in Florida that pulled out his gun in a stand your ground case, right? All the classic travelers stand your ground. Military, no record, no nothing. They gave him 25 years. So,
I'm on your page. I don't see it.
America, scroll down a little bit.
Okay, I see it. I see it.
Yeah.
Get ready to post it on my page.
Yeah, it just happened this afternoon, man. It's just like so numerous. And like Mr. Rosenthal said last night, he goes, and we're supposed to feel sympathy for fucking cops? Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
I already made that perfectly clear. I don't respect the authorities. I have no sympathy. My heart is wax cold.
Yeah.
My heart is cold. I feel the same way about cops that I do about cab drivers. I don't give a damn what happens to them.
I wouldn't go that far, but I'm just like this. Hey, look,
I'm going that far.
Check this out. Working at 7-Eleven is more dangerous than being a cop. You know, working at 7-Eleven, working construction is more dangerous.
I'm going that far. Thank God. I tell you one thing. I wish that I had come up with the concept of Uber, because before Uber and Lyft, when you were just a black man trying to catch a cab out in New York City, there would be times. There was times where it was like 0 degrees, and I'm out there and I feel like I'm almost getting frostbite in my feet trying to catch a cab. And they riding past me. And then I turned up and I listened to the newspaper, and then the following day I found out that some cab driver got killed. You know what I always said? Well, maybe if he picked me up, he would still be alive.
Yeah,
I don't have no sympathy for him.
That's it. Now then they got a nerve to talk about, oh, well, we got to get rid of Uber and Lyft and everything because we're losing money. Fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? Fuck y'all. So you have to deny people service?
No, what they're concerned about is that now I can catch a cab and I don't have to go out there and stand for it. I can just hail it and have it come to me.
Yep. And there's an awful lot of brothers doing it, too, making money. There's an awful lot of brothers doing Uber and stuff like that, making real money. So.
Yeah, they want to turn you into a thousandaire.
Yeah.